All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the podcast. We got Chad Bouchez in the building.
Hey, man.
How was the flight? How's life? How's everything?
You know, everybody thinks I'm crazy because I like taking early flights, but it's just from one side of the country to the other, and I like it. I enjoy it. So it works out. Flight was good. Came in yesterday, did a lot of work. Here today, loving it. Still doing a lot of work, and the vibes are good.
The vibes are great. This guy was with Alex Goldman last night.
I was indeed.
Is he going to be on the team? What's going on?
We don't talk about things like that. You know?
Okay. You guys didn't post anything, but they were together. You remember this, guys. They were together.
One picture did get posted.
Oh, did it?
Yeah.
That's funny. You always hang out with Mouse when you're down here.
Yeah, he's a good friend of mine.
Good friend of you.
We've been good friends for a long time.
We've been trying to get on the team for a long time.
That's no lie. That's real. So if you want to know if anybody asks me if what makes like a team better is Alex Goldman.
Yeah.
He really is truly. He's a special player, and I'd love to put him on Houston, New Jersey.
There's a reason why he's always been at the top of the list for the highest paid player.
He's worth it.
Because he makes moves.
He's worth it.
Yeah.
He showed it last year. He had a dog shit team. He looked great on his team, though.
He looked good, but the team wasn't doing so good.
Yeah, they made a lot of moves. A lot of people are making a lot of moves.
Yeah, let's talk about that. Well, wait, hold on. Todd Martinez just walked into the building.
I know. I already missed that guy.
We got to talk about this.
Lay it out there.
Houston Heat's coach, Todd Martinez, is now the coach of Aftershock. And your new coach, which used to be a coach, is Ryan Smith.
Yep.
Let's talk about that.
So I got two things to say. He left for a bigger deal, going to Aftershock. I get it. You know, you get 100K, you get 100K. We're going to lay that out there. And
Team money.
Yeah. He's on it for a reason, right? And no, you know, Todd's going to be greatly missed. Ryan knows exactly what he's doing. He's been in that position before. You know, he took us to, two back-to-back World Cup championships.
When Ryan was coach, you guys did great.
Yeah. So, you know, it's definitely like it's a different feel. Ryan's matured as a person. He's played more. And then now, you know, I feel like when he comes in here, he's going to attack it on all sides. But at the same time, like it's going to be a different vibe because, you know, you got Todd always like amping you up and everything. But I think Ryan's going to do a good job.
Got it. So what was the actual reason on the Houston Heat camp? What was the reason that Todd left? Was it performance? Was it money? What was it actually?
No, I think, you know, with Randy, you know, it was a really hard decision for him, and he just had to, you know, make a decision that he thought was best for the team, and that was his decision. And, you know, a lot of times I don't question a lot of things. Sometimes I do. And, you know, he gave me his reasoning, and we're going to go from there. So.
Got it.
Yeah.
Well, I'm excited to see how you guys do. I think you'll be great with Ryan Smith.
Yeah. I think, you know, with you guys as a sponsor, having DLX again as a sponsor, really, like, we didn't lose anybody. You know, we got guys with a lot of experience on the team, and hopefully, you know, we played in 2 finals last year, and a lot of people like, I get it, we didn't win last year, and it's like a different thing for us. But at the same time, you know, we were in the finals. Some teams aren't winning games or even making Sunday, so
yeah,
let's go from there, right?
That's true. Okay, well, let's just talk about that. Let's go straight in. The talk of the town right now. You're seeing the posts everywhere. Chicago Aftershock is back. And there's no better person to have on here. One, we got the inside info from Todd.
Yeah.
Todd was just here, but you played on Aftershock.
Absolutely.
Ronnie played on Aftershock.
Yeah.
You know all about this team.
It's a different team, though. You know, it's got a guy who they won a lot, and Todd Adamson stepped up. You know, I like the fact that, you know, he wanted a pro spot, and he went out and he figured out, you know, with Level Up, not really having that same thing anymore because they're losing players, right? They're getting picked apart like cherries. And I understand all that as far as like why that happened, but
Can you lay that down? Because I'm friends with Dave Pando, and I still don't even understand what happened. Was Pando just getting out of the game and he sold the spot to them, or what happened?
To be honest with you, Pando was like, he was on a climb of like what he's done with his players.
Yeah, Pando's been doing great. The field's great. The team's been doing great.
So I can see it from both sides, right? Like he in the offseason, like he's building these players up and they're becoming better, and then all of a sudden they're getting picked like cherries from team like Houston Heat or, you know, with Dynasty. But a lot of times too, you got to think about it. Being on the other side of the coin, being Houston Heat, if you see a guy that's coming up and it's got potential, and you know you got older guys on the team that's not going to run their head into the snake like he does, or like the players that they picked up, then you know you lose them. But at the same time, I understand it sucks for Pando because he brought that team up from like they were nothing, you know. Then they came in the pro circuit. They, you know, I watched them beat the Russians, and I thought they won the World Cup, but that was only on Sunday in the in the first round or whatever. But they were growing as a team, right? And they had a good coach at the time. Then it just kind of actually trickled backwards on him. And I think that's probably where he drew the line. He's like, you know what? This ain't really probably everything it was. And I don't know his like whatever his personal situation is, but he decided to sell the team. And you got somebody like Todd Adamson that picked it right back up. So
yeah, that's great. And then we get Aftershock out of this. So it was I get it from Pando's perspective.
Absolutely.
You're working hard with all these players. You don't have the budget to maybe pay them as much as some of these other guys, and you're losing them. So why keep doing it? Why pay for this pro spot? Why pay for all this travel? It is absolutely expensive, guys. Paying for a professional paintball team, you know, as you run the team with Mama D and Sarge. It's not cheap. So I get it.
It's hard sometimes because like you have a season where you don't win, or you have a season that's like, even if you do win, you're still, you know, it's hard because we're in a stage in paintball where it's like you want to see it, where big money and big sponsors are coming in. And I feel like we're on the right path, but at the same time, it's hard for teams to, it's like, why do I want to spend all this money, right? And why do I want to do this? And it's like, that's a big question. And then obviously Dave backed up, Todd stepped up. And I will say this, you know, I like the fact that he brought Aftershock back in, because that was one of the original NXL teams. That was literally one of the most winning paintball teams ever in the history of paintball. In the last 20 years, no. But Todd Adamson is a winner. He knows how to make things happen. And that's why I like, because it almost seems like, you know, they got a lot of hype behind him. And I'm about it, because when they come and they play and he's built this team, he's got experienced pros on it. Do I think they're going to do well like right away? Absolutely not. Todd Martinez coaching them. I think that, you know, he's got a lot of his core guys back. It seems like what they've been announcing on Die and NXL, but we'll smack the shit out of them. I'll say that. You bet your ass you come and play Houston Heat. We'll get you good.
Yeah, baby. Hey, we got action. You heard it right here.
Mark my words, baby.
He's gonna smack the shit out of Aftershock. You heard it right here. Hey, so let's break this down though. Who do you know as of right now that has made the Aftershock squad?
So it looks like one of my personal favorite guys to watch, and who I've gone back and forth with a lot, is Alex Rodriguez is on the team.
Okay. A-Rod's back.
Yep. They said, I think Corey Hall made an announcement today, actually, saying he was going to go back there, and or maybe yesterday.
Corey Hall's been playing good. He's a great player.
Yeah, I really like Corey. You know, he kind of bounced around from a few teams after the Ironman, and then he went to New York Extreme, and then they started playing really well. I was actually surprised he left, because what he was doing with that team, and you know, just becoming a leader on that team and making them better, and they were making Sunday consistently. Then he goes and leaves on him. So I don't really. I'm trying to think. LJ Parrish.
LJ Parrish.
That's a dumb move on his part.
Why is that?
Okay, I'll say this.
Break it down for us.
Alex Martinez is a great owner. For a lot of people that don't know him, he owns X Factor. Ryan Brand is a great coach.
Right.
They've literally, I think that so far they've had the best offseason out of any pro team.
Dude, LJ Parrish leaves, they pick up Axel.
Yeah, you fired.
Axel's a goddamn
Good
savage.
job. You started a match for these guys to go and start a fire here. Nice job, LJ. But with saying that, right? 3 days later, they had Axel Godin. They had him on the phone making deals. And then, you know, they picked up other guys that they
got from Impact.
Yep. And then they picked up Matt Jackson, he's honestly, he's a stud. Like he won the shootout one year. Like I got to watch him do that, and then just playing with Impact, like he was helping them win tournaments. So
you think X Factor is going to be good this year?
I do. I think that they are going to be a team that people should not look over. You know, last year they were in the finals. Tom Guest blew that one, and then the overtime and the 1-on-1, that sucks. But at the same time, their rosters changed up, and I think that they've made all the right moves, and I think that Ryan Brand and Alex Martinez know what they're doing.
Hell yeah. Okay, let's get back to Aftershock though. There's all this hype. Todd's got all this hype on him as he's got a special coaching structure. Not Todd Martinez, Todd Adamson.
Correct.
Of how he wants to run the team and how they're going to run practices, and front players are going to practice front, back's only going to practice back. And he's coming in really excited, really pumped up. Yeah. You think that they're probably not going to have the year that he thinks they're going to have.
So you want the guy who owns your team to have those expectations, right? Yeah. The thing is, like I said, Todd Adamson's a winner. He knows, and he has the mentality of a winner. So he'll do everything in his power to try to get them to the top, right? For them to come out and say, we're going to win an event, like, this is where you guys are dumb, because, like, 2 teams won last year. That's it. 2 teams out of the entire league, like, that played consistently, won 2 or like only 2 teams win all 5 tournaments. Like, that's crazy.
Who are the 2 teams?
It was San Diego Dynasty and Tampa Bay Damage.
Tampa Bay Damage.
And then look how many teams that were consistently in the finals. It was Houston Heat, X Factor, and who else did who Dynasty play in the first event?
Do you know Danny? Who Dynasty played in the finals?
They played Tampa Bay Damage.
Tampa Bay Damage.
Yeah.
So literally 4 teams.
Yeah, and then Impact was the other team that played at World Cup in the finals. Yeah. That was the first time they had a finals appearance. But
correct.
All those teams have
5 teams, 5 different teams.
5 different teams.
In the entire pro bracket.
2 teams have won all year, and you're going to tell me, like, they get on another podcast and say, hey, we're going to win an event? Like, shut up.
We got action over here on the Full Experience podcast today, boys.
Yeah, and my big thing, too, is, like, there's a lot. Like, all the stars have to align when you win a paintball tournament.
Yeah, it's tough. It's not easy. I mean, your squad is so stacked. You got Tyler, you, Ronnie, Fetty, Mishka, and still it's tough to win an event.
Yeah.
You hear Tyler say the same thing. If the stars don't align, if everything's not going your way, it's tough to win a pro event.
It's just
not easy.
Yeah, everything has to align. Your paint, you guys got to be on point. You guys got to be preparing for things. The biggest thing I would say is, you have to have everything like going the right way, and it comes down even to like how coaching is, right? Todd took us to the finals when he was with us, 5 different times, and it was like we won once, and then it's like okay, and that's it. We have a talented team. They have a mediocre team that have guys that are coming off like A-Rod, who he hasn't played in 6 months. What do we really know about A-Rod right now? I think he's a great paintball player. His read and react skills I study because he's so good. And
he plays your spot.
Yeah, he does indeed. Yeah. And I went back and forth with him in the middle a lot, like throughout my career. And he's a great player. I think you can do great things for him when he does. But who knows where his head's at, right?
Yeah.
Last year he came through, played with Diesel, then bam, he gets
gone.
cut after one event. So I was like, all right, or maybe 2 events. I don't even know I don't know how long it lasted, but I don't think it'll be the situation. I think Todd's the right coach for somebody like A-Rod because he kind of lets him. He believes in him, right? Like he believes in what he has to do and doesn't second guess him and lets him play, and I think that's what A-Rod needs.
Got it.
So,
Got it.
Out.
Yeah, let's talk about this though. Okay, so another player that left, AC Diesel, J-Rab.
Yep.
What are we thinking? J-Rab to Russian Legion. What do you think? Is it going to help Russians?
I think they're going to be a lot stronger.
Yeah,
because I think J-Rab is going to have a season where he has something to prove. But if anybody watched J-Rab at World Cup, he was playing well. I was actually surprised in the separation from them and Diesel, but obviously it didn't work out. And then, yeah, I mean, you think about it, the Russians, they need something, right? Like you're talking about guys that were like consistently playing in the finals, and then all of a sudden they were just fell off.
Yeah.
So it's like they got to change something up, and they're trying to. And I know they had visa problems too, but Malloy's really good. You got Kirill back there, and now you got J-Rab back with him, and it's like they need somebody to do
and
something.
your boy Sergey.
Yeah, we're not boys, but he's definitely on their team still. And then who else? Carsleeve. And I think Carsleeve's grown as a player from like when I watched him first start with Art Chaos.
Yeah.
He's great. So.
You were just with Mouse. I mean, is there, and we obviously, Spica really well. Is there a reason? Do we know why he left that team? Was it a money issue or what? Why leave that team?
I think
you still have something to prove on that team. So why jump?
I mean, to my knowledge, they just they wanted to restructure some of the contracts or whatnot, and I just don't think it was a good fit for him. I think that between like maybe who knows, maybe between personalities between J-Rab and Mark didn't work out. But Mouse says he's happy there right now, so it is what it is. And then I'm not sure where Spica is going to go. Maybe if he didn't have Diesel, so. It is what it is.
I don't know. So next year, if Mouse's contract's up, I know people are watching this.
Yeah, we know you got a 1-year contract left.
Would Houston Heat make a move on him?
Tell Alex Goldman to give us a call.
Let's go, baby.
I'm not saying we're making a move on him. I'm saying tell him to give us a call if he's unhappy.
Okay. Keep moving on to the NXL thing. We got to talk about this. So we got some new people jumping into the pro division.
Correct.
What do we got? Blast Camp.
Correct.
And then who else do we got? Paintball Fit.
Paintball Fit, who just won 5 semi-pro events.
Yeah. So let's talk about this. They won 5 semi-pro events. Danny's right here. His team played against them.
Yeah.
They came close, but Fit was able to beat them. The kids are pretty good at the semi-pro level. So it's completely different in the pros.
That's exactly what I was going to say.
What do you think what do you think Blast Camp, Fit, and Aftershock? I think those are going to be a bottom 3.
Let me say this.
This is from me. I'm not saying you're saying that.
Yeah.
I think that's going to be Blast Camp being at the bottom, Paintball Fit right behind them, and then Aftershock right above Fit. I think that's how the bottom 3 are going to be. Okay. I could be completely wrong. That's just me.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I'll say this. So Paintball Fit came in from playing all the way up to Division 2. They took a pro spot like a lot of the roster did, right? They didn't win a single game all year. They go down to semi-pro and they win every single tournament. That's how black and white it is from not winning a game in the pros. Like the professional players these days are truly like different than a lot of semi-pro teams and things like that. But they dominated semi-pro. Like they won every single event. But also Blast Camp was right there with them every single event in the finals. And I think with both those teams coming up to the pros or whatever, it's good because it shows progression throughout the sport, right? Blast Camp, they, Ronnie and I have worked with those guys a lot. I like Virgil. I think he's a great owner for that team. I think that, they will be a bottom tier team. I don't know if they'll get last place because I don't want to put that on them or just without even actually really watching them go play in the pro division, right? I don't think that they'll make Sunday between those two they're semi-pro teams that came in. I think Aftershock will have time to, play, learn a little more, not win an event, probably make Sunday. I mean, they also have Nick Sloviak on there too.
Yeah, shout out Sloviak, baby.
Yeah, and so it's not like they have inexperienced players, right? They have guys that have won one event, I guess, in 10 years, but at the same time, well, A-Rod's he's won more than that. But I don't think they'll be a 17th place team out of 20, right? I think that they'll probably show progress throughout the year and then go from there. So I don't think they'll get smacked.
Got it.
Unless you play Houston Heat.
But that's crazy. Yeah, they The Fit was in pro, got smacked, didn't win a game, you're saying.
Yeah.
Then they go to semi-pro and beat everyone. That's so crazy, the difference between pro and semi-pro.
Here's what people don't understand.
That tells you right there the difference.
Yeah, and here's what people don't understand. Those kids, and I'm not really trying to toot their horn or anything else, they don't stop practicing. Like, they're constantly at the field playing.
They live at the field.
Yeah.
It's their field.
Yeah.
I would too.
And, so, we'll see exactly what they do. And, they earned that spot to come back and play pro. Like, they first took it on, and they didn't know what to expect or how to go. They got smacked, went down to semi-pro, smacked the shit out of everybody in that division. And then here they are. So we'll see.
Yeah, we'll see. How about Ironman? What are Ironman doing? So I remember you text me. You're like, hey.
Well, yeah, they iced out 7
Ironman's
dudes.
cutting everybody right now.
Yeah, iced out 7 dudes in one night.
So who did they pick up? Are they going to be any better?
So that's a
you
team.
think Ironman will be better than Aftershock?
No.
Yeah, Aftershock. So I'm wrong then on my thing. It's going to be Ironman then Aftershock, according to my.
Hey, that's I think that the pickups that made Shane and Pax are out there making moves. They made a lot of adjustments. I think they're going in the right direction as far as making a better team because they almost got relegated last year, right?
Yeah.
They weren't,
which would be crazy. I never would have thought Ironman would even be. That was the team back then. When Oliver was on the team, Marcel was on that team. That team, you'd never think. Now getting relegated, that's crazy. Yeah. It makes no sense to me.
But they made adjustments. This is what you need for teams to actually stay competitive and everything else. They went out and got some different guys. They picked up Henry Stentz, O'Mara from Revo. Somebody else came from Revo as well. And then they picked up Tom Guest, Scotty Graham.
Oh, yeah, Tom Guest.
Yeah. And then Tom Guest is actually a very dangerous player when he gets a lot of reps. On X Factor, it's hard for them to get reps because they have a lot of talent on their team. But he also he's a bigger guy, but I'll tell you what, he's not, his read and react isn't as fast, but he's definitely a good player. And he's worked his way up. So we'll see how it goes.
What else? What other moves were made that we're forgetting off season? Anything else exciting? Or that was pretty much it?
We didn't see I guess Dynasty just picking up the Schoenhauer kid. And then I'm trying to think who else there really was. I mean,
obviously Urena leaving to Impact, which we just did on the last podcast. That was a big move.
Yeah, that was big.
How do you think Impact's going to do with Urena?
So I think it helps replace. He's not better than Axel, right? That's I think when I watch Axel Godin just play World Cup, legitimately, I think he was the best player at the World Cup.
He played so good. I was even telling Danny this when I was out there. I'm like, dude, this kid is a fucking stud, dude.
Yeah.
He gets down that stake so fast. He's so little.
He's athletic.
He's so athletic.
Yeah.
He's insane.
And, that's why I think that X Factor is going to be a problem now. It's not like they weren't before because they do have good coaching, but at the same time, they replace LJ Parrish with Axel Godin. All day long, I would do that. I'd take that trade all day.
So tell me this, because one of the reasons that I heard Axel left Impact because Axel didn't want to play World Cup with Impact. He wanted to play World Cup always with Tauntauns.
Yeah.
So is he going to play World Cup with X Factor?
So that I don't know, but I think he'll make that decision. But I feel like if everybody looks at it, he wants to play with a team that he feels like has the best opportunity to win the World Cup. The Tauntauns almost went to the finals of the World Cup.
They played so good.
And yeah, I'll give it to him. They were playing well. They had another kid on there, Hugo, I think his name was. He was very impressive as well.
Yeah, that kid was really good.
Yeah.
He was really good.
And so those guys in France, they know what they're doing over there.
I mean, you saw Danny just dropped our World Cup video.
Oh, yeah, it was amazing.
The
Shout
intro,
out Danny Lincoln.
Shout out Danny Lincoln. Crushed the video. Absolutely dominated it. The video is absolutely insane. If you haven't seen it, we'll put the link in the description of this. It's insane. Danny Lincoln crushed this video. But the intro of the video is Axel bawling, crying. I mean, that just shows you how much emotion and how much he loves this sport. Yeah. The kid, to this day, he's been playing for a long time, absolutely puts his heart and soul into the game. So I mean,
you can tell he works hard, right? And he plays over in Europe with the Tauntauns, and he's played in America. And Dave Baines, when he picked him up, nobody saw that one coming. So it was when he picked him up, okay. And then I got to watch him more because he went a little time without playing in America. But the first team to ever actually find him was the Russians.
Oh, really?
He played on the Russians in 2012, and we're like, man, who's this little bitty kid running around? And he was quick. Yeah. And that's actually when we took our Russians from the Russian Legion, and then that's who they picked up, Axel and things like that. So, and you think about it, Axel played World Cup with Art Chaos when they won. And
yeah, Art Chaos was so good.
Yeah, they were nasty.
Was he on the same team with Fetty?
Yeah.
Oh, damn.
Yeah.
That team had to be so good.
It was good. And
Axel and Fetty on the same squad?
It was definitely, he won them. I remember they beat us in France in the finals there with Axel there. And I was like, dude, this kid is good. But at the same time, I'm trying to think with, who was it that? Yeah, I don't know. I lost my train of thought on that one. I was trying to think who else he played with, what Axel did. But I mean, the Tauntauns, like, they've done a good job, and, he's been with them for a long time. But I feel like truly he's going to play the World Cup. And the time I'm sure will come as the season grows. But he'll play with a team that he thinks can win the World Cup. That's how I feel what he'll do.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I don't think he's maybe, he didn't feel that way. But I'll tell you right now, if Impact had Axel at World Cup.
Oh, it was a wrap.
I'll tell you right now.
It was a wrap.
Yeah. The way that he's gunfighting, staying alive, pulling out games, going down the snake, he's a great player. He played like phenomenal at World Cup, and I'm kind of excited to see what he does with X Factor.
The next one, just like him, Connor Kelly, coming right after him. Connor Kelly is the next Axel, baby.
Yeah, shout out Connor Kelly.
Shout out Connor Kelly, dude. Shout out you guys finding Connor Kelly. How about that one? This kid, young, fast, just like Axel. I mean, obviously Axel's been playing longer, but Connor's right on his tail,
Dude,
I believe.
He's 21 years old, and the kid has a great attitude. The kid doesn't ask for anything. Like, you got guys all the time, like, what are you going to give me? I'm like, shut up. And he just literally, he showed up, and we've had guys, new guys come to the team in the past, and they didn't stop talking, right? All he does is he's a sponge. He soaks up the information, he takes it, and he's a great player. And everything that we've asked out of him, I think I'd like to see him like literally spend the next 10 years with Houston Heat, so it works out.
Yeah, me too.
So
he's gonna be good.
Yeah,
he's already good, but he's gonna get really good.
Yeah, I like him. I like his attitude. I like his literally, he's probably one of the smartest kids that I've ever met. That you look at and you're like, all right, this kid's awesome.
Dude, that's amazing.
You love everything about him, so it works out.
Shout out Connor Kelly. Yeah. Okay, let's talk about another reason you're here.
Yeah.
One, you are now the sponsorship coordinator for HK Army, baby.
That's right. I'm so excited about that too because
dude, I'm stoked because obviously we've known each other for a long time.
Yeah.
And obviously we work together via the sponsorship of the team.
Absolutely.
But this just brought it to a whole new level now that you're actually part of the HK squad.
Absolutely.
You're part of the HK family now.
Dude.
How are you loving it? I mean, you've already been doing it for a week.
Yeah.
You've been absolutely crushing it. There's no one works harder in the game. They're giving this guy Employee of the Month already for the first month.
I got a parking spot. I don't even have a car.
He's killing it. And he took my office. They kicked me out.
No, it's honestly, it's funny too because when I told my wife I got a job, she's like, you've had a job. And I was like, no, I mean, like I got like a job outside of playing. And she's like, okay. And I was like, I'm being serious. And so now when I'm walking around and like I'm on the phone all the time, she's like, oh, mister, I got a job. And I'm like, hey, turn the TV down. I'm on the phone. I got a job.
That's right. So, he's working now, baby.
Yeah, she's like, welcome to the working society, dummy. And I'm like, oh, thanks.
Here we go. So. But to tell the people what's up, obviously, one, you're going to be traveling to a lot of events. You're going to be at WCPPLs. What other events are you going to be at besides NXLs?
WCPL, US XBL. I'd like to go to Europe. I know later in the year there will be the South American Championships, I believe it is. I'm going to try to get down there. I want to go to Australia really bad. I've talked to a lot of teams over there. I've had a team ask me to play with them over there. And that's a big thing too, is like, I just want to be at these events so I can, I see all these teams and I want to be able to like anything they need or anything else, they know that like, if I'm there hands on deck, like they're taken care of, right? That's why I like it every time we go to events, you guys are always there. It's hard to like, when sponsors aren't there to like ask them anything or if they need something, but I'd like to be there for as many people as I can. So I plan on doing it all year long.
Yeah. And you were able to work with us on these 2024 team sponsorship packages.
Yeah.
And you've seen everyone's packages in the industry. Yeah. And you know as well as I know, because you helped us with this, that our package beats everyone's package.
And I'll tell you right now,
if you are a team and you get under your sponsorship, our sponsorship program, you're getting the best deal in paintball.
That's the biggest thing too. It's not just about like, you see a lot of these sponsors, they just put out, well, here's some discounts on some stuff, but it's more than that. Like we have contingencies now where if you win a tournament or if you take in the top 3, there's things that our sponsors, which would be HK, are doing for you. And a lot of people don't have that, as far as even like with the paint, being like hands on deck with things, and you're always taken care of. So with the sponsorship package, like truly, it's so easy to like lay it out for people because I know it's the best package possible. And if any team can do math and they see it like side by side, they know they're not only getting a great deal with it, but we care. So we're out there taking care of teams and it works out. So I like it. I mean, you guys have taken care of me a long time now. And what we saw a picture, just last week, it was like 6 years?
6 years. 6 years. We sponsored Houston Heat.
Yeah.
Just like a couple weeks ago.
It's the best decision we ever made, especially because I got a job.
Yeah.
So.
And we left all your old sponsors in the dust.
Dude, I remember when we...
Hey, look, 6 years ago, you and Sarge, we came down. You're like, I don't know if we should switch to HK, da-da-da-da-da. Tell the people we've taken care of you compared to these other sponsors.
I'll tell you right now. Okay, it gives me goosebumps just thinking about it because...
We love you guys.
Anything that we wanted, literally, you guys gave us. If there was no questions, whatever helps you guys win, we're here for you. And I even remember from the first tournament we played, you flew down to Florida with us, and then we played, and then it was just a blast. And it's been a blast ever since. We brought some World Cup trophies in here.
Yes,
I think there's one at the front desk, right?
Yeah, we do.
If you guys want to stop by HK, you can check out a Houston Heat World Cup.
Yeah, baby.
But at the same time, seeing you guys in DLX, like, it's everything we need, and we love it. And you know, I know Randy and Mama D they're super pumped to go another season, and maybe another 10 season. Let's do that.
Forever. It's locked in.
Get that contract ready.
Let's go.
And yeah, it's exciting. And I'm excited to be a part of it. And like I said, be a part of this family with HK. The things that you guys have done in the sport already. I'm just happy to be a part of it.
Dude, we're stoked. And just so you guys know, we won't keep talking about this, but if you do want any team sponsorship or have any questions about getting sponsored, it's chad@hkarmy.com, right?
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
And guys, I like talking on the phone. So if you need anything, don't be afraid to call me.
Or you can DM him, whatever, but he'll get you taken care of. I'm stoked because you're killing it already, buddy.
I love it.
I appreciate it.
I love that I can help people.
I love it. And then tomorrow we're going to the street ball at Combat Paintball Park.
I'm shooting the shit out of you.
I'm going to blast you, bro. I'm going to destroy you. And even if you shoot me, I'm cheating, bro. It doesn't matter.
He told me that, too. He's
I'm going the fuck out, bro. And I want to play you one-on-one with the 360 camera.
Hey, if you want to get embarrassed in front of all these people, I've held the camera and beat you.
Look, because we're going to play tomorrow. We're going to do one-on-one, and we'll fucking add the footage. I guarantee you it's me whooping his ass.
Or he's going to cheat me. I saw the footage with Mouse, all right?
Oh, shit.
He told me you were in his head on that one, too.
Mouse goes, and fucking 10 years later, he released the footage. I knew I shot him.
He said he second-guessed that most of his career.
I cheated you, Mouse. Suck it, baby.
He said, dude, I got to be a lot better than that.
He's like, God damn it, I lost the one-on-one to MR.H.
Ah, it's so funny.
Okay, so tomorrow we're going.
Yep.
It's going to be a big day for paintball because Trevor Wallace is just killing it in the YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, social media space.
He's huge.
Actually, absolutely dominating.
And he's hilarious.
So it's going to be good for the sport. Trevor will be out there. Maybe we'll throw some clips in here into the podcast because we won't edit this till next week. We got Trevor, our boy Dirty Goth Boy.
Yep.
A couple big YouTube streamers are coming out.
Absolutely.
And then obviously we're all going to be there. There's over 120 people signed up. I'm just stoked. It's going to be a really fun day. We get to be with the community, be with our customers, and it's just going to be a blast.
Yeah, I'm super pumped about it. You know, I've done a couple in the past, and you know, the field that we're playing at is super fun. It's combat paintball, and yeah, I couldn't be more happy just being out here and doing all this.
Yeah, so we get to fly you in, and then we got to do the podcast. We're going to do that. You got to do some work. You got to hang out with Mouse.
It was a good time.
It's just been a fun time. What else are we missing? What else is up with Houston Heat? Anything else?
You know, like I said, we don't really, we kind of stayed low key, but we have the same roster right now.
Yeah.
And we're happy to have it. And, you know, we just got to work harder. And what can I say? We got Tyler Harmon, Chad George, Ryan Moorhead. Those guys are sweet.
Absolutely. So. Tyler Harmon's a savage.
Dude, I'll tell you right now who is, like, a lot of people do like talk about him a lot because they do see him with Ronnie, but he's determined right now. He hadn't stopped playing.
Tyler?
Tyler and Ronnie.
And Ronnie. Ronnie's been grinding. He's over at, I see him at Paintball Explosion all the time now.
And yeah, I mean, you got Connor. He lives next to a field now. Like he said, like 10 minutes away. They just built it. And dude, I don't know if he's missed a day of like not going out there.
I think Houston Heat is so ready. I mean, Tyler Harmon called you the other day and was like, yo, dude. Tyler said, I'll pay for it.
Literally.
I'll pay for all you guys.
No, he put it in the group chat and was like,
you're coming to Arizona or somewhere, and we're putting in extra practice time.
Yeah,
that's how bad Tyler Harmon wants to win right now.
And I'll tell you right now, he's out there running with a weighted vest, like he's doing it, like he's taking it to another level because he puts it on his shoulders. Like if we don't win, like he takes that shit personally.
He takes it dead serious.
And I love it because he's a great teammate, and to have somebody like that, like knowing that they have the same passion as you it's absolutely amazing. And I was gonna say this too, like you got Aftershock out there. All they did, if anybody really, any true pro team was like saw it, like everybody's watching on the internet while these guys are out there talking and fucking playing and doing whatever else. All you did was just light a fire in every single one of us to be like, all right, like let's get to work. Like,
it's on now.
These guys are not gonna outwork us, so let's get to work.
Yeah,
I love it. I love every second of it.
I love it, dude. It's fun. I can't wait to see what's gonna happen for the 2024 season. It's in Las Vegas. You happy to go back to Vegas,
dude? Okay, so when I say this, and I'm pretty sure, like last week, I was talking to Jason Chosen. He said this is going to be the biggest first event that the NXL's ever had.
Is that what?
And the problem is, if teams don't sign up actually now, I think there's only there's limited spots because there's not that much space where they have the event at.
Yeah.
So he's like, listen, once it sells out, we can't add fields and things like that. But I think it will sell out, and I'm stoked because that many people. It's got a new venue. Well, it's new to some, but at the same time, it's just different, right? And
which venue is it?
It's in Las Vegas for I believe. The Craig Ranch, I think it is.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah, at the ranch. Yeah.
And, you know, I think that's why people are just amped up. After 2020 happened, you know, it was a lot of people thought, like, paintball was going to hurt, and all it did was grow. And we got the opportunity to go back there. I'm super pumped about it. I know there's a huge players' party on Sunday night that I believe the NXL's putting on.
Yeah, they're doing, like, an award ceremony or something like that?
Yeah. I haven't got full details on it, but I know that where they're actually doing it at, it's pretty sweet.
Yeah.
So, and then, so I'm amped about that. And that's actually something, that's a monkey on our back is, That's something we've never done as Houston Heat. We've won the second, third, fourth, fifth for World Cup. We've never won the first event. We've taken second a couple times.
We got to come in hot then, boys. We got to come in hot.
Something that I definitely need to do. And I know Houston Heat, we talk about it, and it's like we got to go there and execute it. So
hell yeah.
Yeah.
We need to win, and then after we can go run around Las Vegas.
Yeah, dude, let's do it.
Hit the Aoki concert. Go nuts.
Is he in town?
Oh yeah.
Get him on the horn. Aoki, we're coming.
We're coming, baby. Dude. All right, cool. Well, look, we gotta get ready for tomorrow.
That's right.
We gotta practice. We're not gonna take any more of your time or anyone else's time here. But I'm gonna gear up. I'm gonna get all my stuff ready. I'm gonna put my gun in 20 balls a second. I'm gonna shoot the shit out of you tomorrow, and it's gonna be an absolute blast, bro.
I believe you because you just looked at me in the eyes when you said that.
Yeah.
I'm shooting piss missiles at this point. It's over.
All right, buddy. I'm so happy that you're part of the squad.
Thank you.
Thanks for coming out. This is Mr. H. We're out.